What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? This is Real Talk Football, and I'm your boy, Rock Too Easy, and I'm with my guy, KG. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. College football was crazy this past weekend. We're going to do some college football recaps. Of course, we're going to get to the high school football recaps, and then we got the NFL, baby. There's a lot of upsets that happen, and a lot of upsets that's going to come this week. Let's go.
Let's go, Cowboys! Hey, let me get one. Hey. Let's fucking go! It's about that motherfucker time. Y'all motherfuckers have me flipped on my nigga. Give me the motherfucker right.
What's going on, dog?
What's that dilly dog?
Chilling, man. How your week going, brother?
It's good. But hey, I hate to jump ship on the sports tip, but you know it's Red October.
Yes, sir. You
Red
already know.
October.
I'm actually real mad at myself because I meant to yesterday and I meant to do it this morning when I got to my classroom, hang up my Red October banner that my wife made. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all go to her Etsy page, No Land Like Garland, get your banners, dog.
There it is, dog.
Gotta put that plug in.
As you should.
Yo, man, like, what's been going on, man? How you been, man?
Man, I was sick as hell this past weekend. I'm so mad. I'm so
Mhm.
mad. Sinus infection kicked my ass, bro. I wanted
Yeah,
to go to that damn game, that game on Friday. I wouldn't have made it there, man. I was going home and I was knocked out. Straight
right,
Benadryl
man.
and everything. Now I'm back. I'm back, baby.
This past weekend was like bad. Like the weather was bad. My students asked me, Garland, you coming to the homecoming game? Are you going to the homecoming game? It's about to rain. Are you going? Because I'm pretty sure if you like drizzle out there, y'all ain't going. But they said
Right.
they went, but I wasn't sitting out there in that like they
Mm-mm.
was in the annoying rain, the misty coming down, this
Yeah.
rain type of
Mm-hmm.
rain. I ain't going
Yeah.
in there, man. But listen, people, thanks for joining us again. We are back. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, aka X nowadays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on Facebook and make sure on YouTube that you like, share, and subscribe. Though.
That's right now.
Listen, brother. Now I
Mm-hmm.
want to get into some things. You know what I mean? It was a crazy weekend. There was a big game this weekend, wasn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was a
yeah,
big
definitely
game.
was.
UGA against Florida. Not Florida. I'm tripping. UGA versus Bama.
Bama.
Game
Mm-hmm.
went
Roll
down to the
Tide.
wire. When game went down to a wire after Bama took a big lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Georgia came storming back, took the lead, and then Bama took the lead right back, right? So, but I want to get into before we even get to the games, man. I want to talk about these freshman phenoms we got, man. And if y'all don't know who I'm talking about, man, I'm talking about Ryan Williams, the receiver from Alabama, who's only 17 years old. And then I'm talking about Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State, man. Both of these guys are leading their teams as freshmen. They've been balling. Now, Jeremiah Smith has been balling since before camp, like during camp. He had so much buzz in the preseason, before the season started, everything, and he's been making crazy, fantastic catches. And I'll get to that. He made a couple catches this past weekend that were insane. And then Ryan Williams, the 17-year-old freshman phenom, man, came up big for the Bama Tide, and he had what he had 6 receptions, 177 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah, he only had one touchdown, but that one touchdown was the go-ahead touchdown for Bama to win that game and close that game out, man. He stepped up big for them, man. And I don't know if these people have been watching, man. Did you watch this game and watch Ryan Williams this past weekend?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like I said, I was sick. I had the game on. I was in and out of games. 1 minute I'm watching it, And I'm waking up to I got like 5 texts. And you're like, oh, hold on, let me review. And I'm right back to it. I was out cold, bro. Like it was a struggle this weekend. So I caught what I could catch, but yeah, it was brutal for me this weekend.
It was great. It was great, man. I want to show y'all some catches from this weekend, man, because they were crazy. I'm gonna first start with 2 catches from Jeremiah Smith that were on the same scoring drive for them. Okay, get to those. Okay, here goes the first catch for y'all.
Second layer of the defense. Will Howard throws a nice ball.
He's 16, and now going deep for Smith, who makes the catch inside the 20. Oh, my!
Catch on the sideline. One-handed catch over not one, but 2 defenders from Michigan State. Yes, it's Michigan State, but it's still the Big Ten, man. It's still the Big Ten. That was a crazy one-handed catch over 2 people to set up this next play for them for the score.
Comes the blitz. Henderson picks it up. Brown to Smith. Oh, my!
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Got the tight end in motion now. Wing right. Brown, here comes the blitz. Henderson picks it up. Brown to Smith. Oh, my!
And then you score. You got your whole left arm being held. You stick that right hand out there, that big palm of yours. Touchdown, no problem, man. Jeremiah Smith, 5 receptions, 83 yards, and that touchdown. He may not have a fantastic game like Ryan Williams yet, but listen, he go to wide receiver U in Ohio State. You got Igba over there, who is a baller for Ohio State as well, man. So, and now I'm going to show you the go-ahead touchdown for Ryan Williams and the Tide. They were down 34-33 after they were up 28-7 at one point. And then Georgia came storming back in the second half, take the lead by 1. They missed the 2-point conversion. And then the very next play after the kickoff, after Georgia scored, here it is.
A downfield shot. And the catch is made. It's
Look at that move by Ryan Williams.
Touchdown Alabama. They answer in one play.
Take the lead and ended up
At the start of this game.
winning the game 41-34, which was a crazy back and forth game after everybody thought it was a blowout. Some Georgia fans probably left at halftime like, hey, yo, what we supposed to do?
Right.
Game over. So if you guys don't know by now, Ryan Williams, wide receiver, freshman, 17 years old, plays for Alabama, freshman phenom, and you got Jeremiah Smith, the other freshman phenom from Ohio State, balling this year. Both teams undefeated in the top 5, the top 2 teams in the nation. What do you think about them guys, man?
Oh, they both different, bro. I've seen Ryan Williams. I didn't watch enough Jeremiah Smith, honestly, because Ohio State has been annoying me this year. I feel like they keep having these slow starts. So like I watch the game, I'm like, all right, y'all playing around, man. And then I flick back to another more intriguing game. And next thing you know, by the time the third quarter comes, it's a blowout. I'm like, all right, why y'all playing around so much? So I haven't really sat and locked in on an Ohio State game compared to like a Bama game where I've seen this kid, Ryan Williams. He's different. The game is so smooth for him, and I feel like it's not too fast. He plays at his own pace, and he's gonna be different on the next level, bro. Super different.
For sure. I think for him, he's still got enough of his body to fill out, to get some more muscle on him, and he's gonna be dangerous, man. He's kind of almost got the same type of body, not the height, the same type of body as Justin Jefferson and them guys, like slim in college, and then they bulk up a little bit as soon as start getting older in college and then get into the league. So I think he's got potential, man. He's got it. He's got it.
Definitely like that.
Listen, man, thinking of those 2 guys, man, we're going to move on to the next topic, but think of those 2 guys, right? It's about 4, 5, 6 weeks into the college season. We got to talk about the Heisman race. Those 2 guys we just mentioned have to be in it, don't you think?
Oh, for sure. They definitely do.
Ryan Williams, you got Jeremiah Smith, and you also got that boy, that bad man out in Colorado, Travis Hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we got another guy who is trying to make some noise too, and he's all the way out in Idaho. Boise State's starting running back, Ashton Genty. Now this kid, check him out, man. He's got the speed, he's got the power here, and then he's got the way. I think he's going to be great at the next level for any team that needs a running back. Now, he may not be a first-round pick because you know how the NFL now feels about running backs. He may go to a team that's running back by committee, or he may go to a running back needy team in the earliest second round. You know what I mean? But he is great. Now, let me read you some stats, man. This kid's first game this season, he went for 20 carries, 267 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And six touchdowns.
Damn. See, I saw highlights of him, but I ain't see his stats. I ain't seen none of that stuff. I saw highlights of him. God damn.
He has been balling. And then he went for 20 against Oregon. Even though they lost against Oregon, he still had 25 carries, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Right.
Against Oregon, who is the number 3 team in the nation. Who's got championship aspirations this year, right?
Right.
He had a little off game against Portland State, probably because they was blowing him out. They didn't need him to run as much. He only had 11 carries for 127 yards, no touchdowns.
He said only
11 carries. Only 11 carries, 127. Yeah.
Only.
And then last week against Washington State, we all know what happened with Washington State. They had their quarterback said he's not playing until he get his money. But he don't play defense. Ashton Genty ran for 26 carries, 259 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
He's tough.
So this kid in 4 games got almost 900 yards. He's averaging over 200 yards a game. He's got 13 touchdowns. How you got 13 touchdowns in 4 games? 13 touchdowns in 4 games. Now, and then let's talk about Travis Hunter, man. He has been balling. He's playing both. Everybody knows he's playing both sides of the ball. And he's got 561 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns. He's got 2 interceptions. He's playing dang near 100 plays a game, man. Out of those 4 guys, I want to ask you this. I want to know your opinion on this, and maybe after we've done this episode, we're gonna get the public's opinion. Who they think right now out of those 4 guys? Because I think those 4 guys are balling right now. All right. The only other guy we can probably most likely put in there, maybe 2 guys or 2 quarterbacks, is Jalen Milroe from Alabama and then Shador from Colorado.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you because I was just looking at the stats where I was gonna add my little 2 cents in here.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Cam Ward, revamp Miami.
Yeah.
1,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions right now.
Sheesh.
Cam Ward and bought the back.
I'm nose all day. You already know. Even though we shitty this year, we shitty.
But yeah, he definitely put the U back on the map, man. Them dudes is balling, and I definitely want to talk about that game that just passed with them and Virginia Tech. But
man.
Out those 4. I'm gonna go with Hunter due to the fact of he's playing both ways and making plays on both ways. Be honest with yourself. Cam Ward and 18, they not 3-1. They 0-4.
Who?
Colorado. I'm sorry. If Travis Hunter ain't on Colorado, they're 0-4.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So that's why I'm still saying I would say Hunter right now, even though as of last week, he was probably when I looked at it, he might have been like the 6th or 7th favorite to win it, which makes no sense. Because we noticed quarterback for they had what's his name from Georgia, Beck. Come on, bro. Stop the madness, man.
Right.
Stop trying to hype this dude up. He's not like that. And we know he's not like that. So
especially because he put his team behind that 8 ball in that Georgia game. Even though he brought them back, he had 3 turnovers in the first half and one that last throw he threw is the interception to end the game.
Right.
He had some turnovers that lost him the game.
Come on, man. Stop it. Yeah, but I say Hunter though for sure.
You say Hunter? Yeah. Listen, man. You already know where I'm going, man. I'm a RB. I'm a running back. So, you know what I mean? I like what Ashton is doing, even though he's in the Mountain West Conference and he's not playing against the Alabamas, the Georgias, or the Ohio States or the guys with those tough defenses. You know what I mean? He's got 13 touchdowns and almost 900 yards, man. He's got like 857 or something like that. He is balling, but I think I will go him 1 and then I will go Travis 2. And then I will go since the 2 wide receiver stats ain't really crazy. You know what I mean? They don't even got like 25 or 30 receptions yet, or like 600 yards or none like that, or 800 yards and got over 10 touchdowns yet. And like these guys do close to. Travis is playing both sides, and we haven't really seen that since the likes of Charles Woodson or what's his name? Chris Gamble that played for Ohio State, even though he had a little package in there when he played. So I think playing both ways, not coming off the field, you playing over 100 some plays a game is something to look at, and that the people that's voting Heisman have to look at too. And even though it's a individual award, you know that even with the MVP at NFL, people got to make it a team about the team. Even in NBA, make it about the team. It's an individual award. It's about who is the best player in NCAA. So I think you can either go with Trav or go with Genty at this point right now, because them boys is balling. But it's quarterback friendly, like we talked about. So it's probably going to go there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. It's not even the fact of him playing both ways. He's making an impact and making plays on both sides.
Right.
Dude's catching a touchdown and turn around and get an interception. And guarding the best guy.
The diving interception he had last week. Crazy.
Put the Heisman up on him.
Right. That's what I like.
Put the Heisman up on him.
Let him know.
For sure. Oh, man. So you got any more college coverage? You want to swing this down in?
No, not really, man. Ain't really no big games this week. It's next week that everybody gonna have to stay tuned for next week's slate of college games. That's when your boy ain't leaving the house and ain't getting off. It's multiple games that I gotta watch. Wifey, you have to take the kids out somewhere if they get a little noise or something.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said to you before about Ohio State, them starting out slow, I think they have a tough matchup this week against Iowa.
Yes.
Because Iowa's defense comes to play. And so these dudes can't be playing around. It's going to end up – oh, you know what? There is a game I want to talk about. Kentucky and Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah.
Kentucky has been giving dogfights to these top teams, bro. They don't have an offense. But their defense, it's traveling, it's playing hard and playing close games. You're one mistake away from losing these games to these dudes. Right. They really upset Ole Miss.
Yes, they did. They shut down Ole Miss and Dart in that offense, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, Dart still threw for 260 and a touchdown, but it was a lot of 3 and outs. And then Kentucky, they don't really got the weapons or the options like that, so they're just running around. They'll get another 3 out and be like, all right, defense, let's go. And the defense, it isn't burning out at the end. They're fighting that whole way through. So I definitely expect to see some of them guys on that defensive side on the next level for sure.
I think that's a Ryan Day thing, man. Even when like they're supposed to blow out a team. They even started off slow against Michigan State last week. That game ain't supposed to be close that early.
Exactly, bro.
Boys up and down the field. Stop trying to if the script ain't working, get off the script and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? So you ain't gonna be able to start slow against Oregon next week.
Nah,
because that's who they play. They play Oregon next week. You ain't gonna be able to start off slow against them, so you better get moving.
Definitely facts. But yeah, let me swing these joint over here and get on these NFL skis,
Yes. Yes,
NFL
sir.
game recaps.
Mm-hmm.
Game. Definitely was a lot of good games. It was some 3-0 teams went against each other.
Mm-hmm.
3-0 teams. We got I wouldn't say it was 3-0 teams, but that Ravens game over the Bills. That Ravens game, I actually, yeah, I picked that as my upset
Yes,
pick
you
too.
did. Yes,
I
you
picked
did.
that as my upset pick.
Even though the Ravens was favored.
Yeah, because they was home.
But I can
Team,
see, like, I saw it just like you did. I saw it as an upset too because of the way the Ravens was playing. Bills is 3-0. What the Ravens gonna look like against a team that can actually play.
exactly, and not even just that. Like I said to you before, whatever reason why I said I had it as an upset, even though they was favored, was because the Ravens play physical. They're going to force Josh Allen to be like, all right, you've been winning these games without these big name receivers. We're going to press these guys, and then we're going to stop your run game. And that's exactly what they did.
Uh,
And James Cook, 9 carries, 39 yards. That ain't been their script. They've
Nope.
been running that ball heavy. They've been
Right.
running the ball heavy. Josh Allen, he even ran for only 20 yards. Josh Allen only threw for 180 yards. So
Right.
that's how you know. And let's be honest, the Ravens back end, you got you got Humphrey. Humphrey, he's so hit or miss. He's inconsistent in his play, and those guys grab a lot too. So you're not forcing no fouls. Those dudes was getting strapped.
Yeah.
They was getting strapped. Kyle Hamilton, I like him a lot, but he's more so in the box. He ranges around and everything like that, but he's still a beatable guy. So you can attack that secondary, but not with the weapons that
Yeah. Not
Josh
that.
Allen has.
I will say Kyle Hamilton has made me a believer in him. Uh, as you know, Mark and Blake know,
Mhm.
I ain't a fan of any skill player from Notre Dame because they always come to the
Right.
league. They
Yeah.
always come to the league and poop down their leg and don't do well. Now, the offensive linemen,
Right.
that's a given. They gonna do their thing, but these
Right.
skill players don't come in the NFL and do what they
Or they
do.
linebackers.
Right. And Kyle Hamilton has been balling since day one. So my bad, young boy. You doing your thing. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. He is doing his thing, man.
Yeah, he's definitely tough. Another game recap. These damn Commanders, bro.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
Another
NFC
win.
leading NFC East, brother.
Yeah, 42-14 over the Cardinals. And
Yeah.
they're making this stuff look easy. They brought in Cliff Kingsbury to match up with Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
He's comfortable in that offense. He's comfortable in the pocket, comfortable in what they do. I like it. And not even that, bro. It's I call them the Washington Cowboys because they still are all our depth. But bro, no, I'm serious because remember we had Dorrance Armstrong.
Yep.
We had Dorrance Armstrong. Guy had a sack and a half last week. It's easy for you to do that when you got campaign, you got Sweat in that middle. When you have
Mm-hmm.
a presence in the middle like that, these
Mm-hmm.
dudes are making it easy for everybody else. Granted, their corners is trash, but
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, these dudes is balling, man. They're
Yeah.
definitely balling. I really love what they're doing. In a bad way of saying it, but it just is what it is.
Right. I like what like you said, I like what Kingsbury is doing with Jaden Daniels. We cannot take away what Jaden Daniels is going as a rookie. They got
Mm-hmm.
the run game going. The run game is they got 2, 3 running backs getting 5, 6 yards of carry or whatever. You know what I mean? Like especially last week, they was torching the Cardinals, man. And then one stat that might be underrated is Washington has only punted 1 time in the last 3 games.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So if they ain't scoring touchdowns, they kicking the field goal. So they getting points on all their drives, and that matters. And they're taking the points. I know a lot of analytics. I hate the analytics. I know a lot of analytics say like 4th and 2, 4th and 1, go for it. No, they getting points.
Yep.
They want to keep points on the board and keep the score moving up so in their favor, so they playing from behind. And I think they can play from behind because they got the run game.
Mm-hmm.
They keep your offense off the field, and then if Jaden needed to make a play, make a play. They play action, McLaren down the field. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Jaden Daniels, give credit where it's due with that rookie quarterback and what Cliff Kingsbury has done with that offense, because we saw what he couldn't do in Arizona when he was a head coach. So some coaches need to stay in their lane, and I think that is his lane. Offense coordinator, stay there.
Right.
And keep this ball moving. I'm with Washington, man. They doing their thing. They playing well, which we thought people thought they would be 0-4, 1-3 by now, and they're 3-1.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how they are, because we'll go up against them soon, and then the Eagles will go up against, like, their schedule will start to get a little tougher, and adversity kick in. And you'll see how once these defenses start to gel and adjust to how Daniels is. So they're definitely starting out hot, though. That's for sure.
One more game though. One more game. What game? You got another game?
No, you good. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it looked like the Lions finally woke up.
Oh yeah, I looked at
on Monday night. It looked like they got that run game going. Jared Goff, I don't think he. Let me check. I don't think he did. Nope. Didn't have one incompletion. 18 of 18 on Monday night.
That's tough.
292 and 2 touchdowns. You almost had 300 yards and going 100%.
That's super tough.
So he played well. The running backs each had a touchdown. Gibbs had 2, and they just played complimentary football. Defenses. That's the only thing, their Achilles heel there. Their defense, I think, played a little bit better last year than they are playing right now. They got a lot of holes back there. They need They need somebody else to go with Hutchinson. They need another linebacker. I forget the guy's name. The white guy with the long hair. He's really good. I like him. They need another guy to go with him to be back there in that front seven. And then they need a couple DBs, not just one. They got Rodgers, who's playing well, the rookie from Bama. He's playing okay. He's got a lot of penalties though, but he's playing well for a rookie. So I think probably look for them free agency to pick up some, not free agency, the trade deadline, and pick up some guys maybe.
Right. And I think that the problem is that rookie. That's the one of the things I don't like about college. They're so used to being able to jam and grab so much, and then when you go to the pros, like, bro, you can't. That don't fly here. So you got to work on it's your technique. So that's really what it is. His technique has to transition. Yeah, I'm definitely like that was just a shootout altogether, though. And I'm be honest with you, Geno looks good in that offense, and he got Smith and Jigba going on. Walker finally was back, so he was going crazy.
Yeah.
So they definitely those. The Seattle was looking legit because they got the back end, but they're dealing with injuries too, the offensive line, and Geno still was able to get that ball out, make plays. DK was going off.
Barely any pressure for him back there. He was comfortable.
Yeah, he's getting the ball out fast, and being as though that run game is working, he's got his play action.
Right.
So definitely like those games, man. Definitely. But we're gonna come back to the NFL, but right now we're gonna get into this high school. Getting into this high school games. I'm just basically going to recap the 3 games that I said was going to be the games of the week, and then just do a quick check-in on the upcoming games that's coming on this week. One of the games, a recap, Downtown West beat Bayard Rustin, 14-6, tight, close defensive game.
Tight game.
Yeah, Downtown, they went on the 6-0. Bayard Rustin went to 5-1. I think Downtown has been playing a little bit better competition, but they know how to they have a run game and they got defense. So as long as they got that, that's been keeping them in the game. And they won't have another tough game until they play Downtown West. So
the rivalry, cross the street rivalry.
Yeah, man, that is going to be set up for a big game. So interested to see how that's going to happen. That game's going to come up in the next couple weeks. Other game. A recap on Bonner beat Roman Catholic 38-30. And my homeboy Shaw, I saw him. We was at a football tournament because he coaches for Bonner. He was talking crazy. I'm like, well, you're not gonna beat Roman. No, go to the game. And I'm mad because I got sick and I was heading to that damn game Friday.
Right.
But basically, like I said, when I was previewing this game, saying I was like, I don't know if these guys are gonna be able to guard these big wide receivers, but they didn't have to throw the ball when you had Mikael Johnson, 23 touches, 136 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Sheesh.
4 of them things.
Where's rush defense at?
Yeah. And it's normally not that bad. I don't think they really had to go up against a lot of teams that ran the ball like that. When they played Malvern Prep, they had the quarterback who was zone reading and getting off, and they wasn't able to tackle him. So I guess that might be their problem then right
Achilles
there.
heel, yep.
Yep. You're going up against a team who can run the ball, then you're in trouble. But if it comes down to it,
Coach P, you're going to have to fix that up, brother.
Yeah. But I mean, because if it's a shootout, they good with Samaj and everybody. But running that ball, they got off. They got up big early. So, of course, like I said, Roman, they got big playability. So they came back at the end. But, yeah, definitely took a loss there. And that's a 2-game losing streak for them right there.
Yes, for sure.
2-game losing streak. So,
and
hopefully they'll be able to bounce
really
back.
Not close games either. They got
smoked
beat.
the game before.
Got beat by DeMatha real bad, and then you lose by 3 touchdowns this past week.
Yeah, yep. So they got smoked. Last game, when this wasn't even a damn game, LaSalle College smoked Cardinal O'Hara 48-0. Belts the asses on them things, bro. And so LaSalle College is letting everybody know there's levels. They just became, after this game right here, they just became the number 1 ranked team in PA, bro.
Oh, wow.
These dudes, they're serious. Like I said, I've seen the kid Julian McFadden playing since he was a little kid, playing with my nephew. I'm excited to go see them play because as I'm transitioning now to the upcoming games, LaSalle College, number 1, goes up against number 2, St. Joe's Prep this weekend.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm definitely – I feel better now. So, I'm definitely out.
That's going to be a blowout.
Oh, for real? You think LaSalle going to blow them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we'll see. Like I said, I only watched 1 game with LaSalle. So, I have to – I'm interested to see how they are going to go up against Prep. You know, Marvin Harrison's other son's on there too right now.
Oh nah.
Yeah, freshman, bro.
I did not know.
Yeah, apparently he's young boys like that.
He a receiver too.
Yep, receiver too. Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Another game is Roman plays Cardinal O'Hara. So this is see how both teams bounce back. Roman, you're on a 2-game losing streak. Cardinal, you just got smoked. So we'll see how that game turns out.
Right.
My 3rd game is PV versus Springford. Now, PV has been on the roll. They only got 2 losses, one against Chester, which is a good, tough team.
Good team.
And then Downtown West, which we know what they are. Yeah. Exactly. So they've been on the roll. O.J. Roberts was undefeated, and then PV smoked them. But Springford, ever since losing Matt Zollers, they've been winning.
Oh wow!
So, so they sophomore quarterback stepped in, Trent Yoder. I think that's how you name Yoder. He stepped in, so they've been on a 2-game win streak. So, and Springford and PV, mind you, they're only about 20 minutes from each other. So this is a big rivalry game. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. So that's my high school recap and upcoming games. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that LaSalle and St. Joe's Prep game. I'm hoping it's a good game for sure.
Right. I'm going to try to get to this game maybe after my son's game Friday night. North Penn versus CB South, both undefeated 6-8. It's at South, which is literally 10 minutes down the road from the football field where my son plays at. So I'm going to try to get down there, bring him. You know what I mean?
Who do you think got it?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen North Penn play. I don't know what they have. CB South, they almost and maybe probably should have lost after that highlight we showed last week against CB West after that touchdown they got taken away. So I'm going to see, man, at least try to see it. If I can't get to it, it is what it is. I'll try to get some highlights and see what's going on and look at some stats and see who shined and who didn't, who stepped up and who didn't. So I think that's probably the biggest game in the Philly Burbs this week.
For sure. That's going to be a good job. Yeah. Is that streamed? Or you
I don't know. Sometimes some of the teams up here is a little bit
Man, listen,
weird.
it's a day and age. All these games need to be streamed, bro.
They
They got to
should
cut the
be.
madness out.
Then they try and get you to pay for something and all that, and I mean, I think the games by now they should be streamed if you can't get to the games and whatnot. But
Exactly.
it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Back to the NFL, man. We got some drama. All right. Got people liking tweets. We got people upset about liking tweets. I haven't talked to this coach. And then we got injuries on other teams, and then trying to figure out if they going to trade for a wide receiver. And then you got somebody waking up to trade rumors. So who we are talking about is Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, and Tyreek Hill. These are the three big names out there that could be traded. Do I see them getting traded? I don't know. There's one guy I don't think they're going to trade, and I don't think Tyreek Hill is going anywhere.
Right.
Other two guys, man, what are your thoughts on Devontae Adams? Is he going to get traded in the next week or so? By the end of this week, I mean, I think it's too late to trade now. It's about to be Thursday. Game's about to go off. You ain't going to be able to play Sunday right off the bat. You know what I mean? I think if a trade does get done, maybe next week or on Sunday. What you think about Devontae, and then what you think about Amari Cooper before we get to Tyreek?
Devontae, I'm trading Devontae. They said he won a second round pick for him. Let the man go. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let him go and just tank for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Because your quarterback play ain't where it's at. You still need more pieces to build around. You need help with Max Crosby too. There's a couple of teams around here who have a one-man wrecking crew of D linemen. Pittsburgh, us, them. Like so, the Lions gotta get more depth there. They gotta get a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You're not when like this dude. He came there thinking that Rodgers was gonna end up there, but that's not the case. And so now you got trade rumors of him going to the Jets, or the Saints is looking into him, which is, man, listen, do not let the Saints get this dude, man. I'm being honest with you, because now you got Chris Olave, you got Devontae Adams, and then you got Shaheed. That's scary, bro. Along with Kamara, because I can't lie, they don't have a third wide receiver, but Olave, he already has 265 and a touchdown. Shaheed already has 252, so they're both right there. But then their third receiver option is Kamara. So you put him. Oh, I don't want that. I really don't want that, because that's going to be tough.
Here's the kicker, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
The wide receiver coach for the Saints coached him in California at Palo Alto, recruited him to Fresno State, was a wide receiver coach there, and trains him every offseason wherever he's at. That's where Devontae goes. So he basically was like a father figure to Devontae growing up, obviously in high school, and then come back to college, you know what I mean, and then still training him while he's been in the NFL. And then the factor, which I don't understand why he wants to keep playing with Derek Carr, a mediocre quarterback. I don't understand. Like, I get it. It's your boy. It's your friend. It's your brother. But he ain't like that. He's not what you had in Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers, who can get you the ball any type of way. He is not like that. Yeah, it's a division that the Saints can probably win, but let's pump the brakes on probably win a Super Bowl. They can get you, not win a Super Bowl. If he does get traded, where do you think he would go?
Do I think, or would I like him to go?
Both. Where do you think he's going to end up, and where would you like him to go?
Well, in my mind, I know Aaron Rodgers would make a push for him, and he's kind of more in control at the Jets there. But the Jets is such a goddamn mess.
And we'll get to that later.
Right. So I don't. Chiefs.
That's
they
what
got
you
the
like
draft
to?
cap. They got the draft capital.
That's where you would like him to go, but
No.
that's where you think he's going to go.
Think the like part. You already know where I like him to go, to Dallas.
They ain't got no bread.
Listen, we'll figure it out. Goddamn it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to cut some corners or something like that. But
Yeah.
that's where I would like him to go. But Chiefs, because they don't got nobody. They have nobody else left after all these injuries that done piled up for them. Rashee Rice, he was the leading receiver, 288 yards, 2 touchdowns. Your second guy, we're saying Travis Kelce has a down year, has been in the slump. He's the second option. They're not using Xavier Worthy right yet. Like he has his moments. I don't think that it isn't fully clicking yet, but it'll get there. But
yeah.
Yeah,
I think you saying about Worthy, I think they're gonna start putting him in that Rashee Rice position. Like Rashee came out at late in the season and started having a ball out there, just balling the last half of the season into the into the Super Bowl. Now, you going and saying that you think you should go to the Chiefs. This is where I think you may be wrong in that. One, they ain't trading in division.
true.
Two, they don't have the cap space. They got about $4 million in cap space, and he has a big contract.
It's like 20. I think it's like 24 or something like that. Yeah.
So what I will say, their GM, Kansas City's GMs, Brad Veach, he does by the trade deadline the last couple of years to get them over the top to win the Super Bowl, has gotten a receiver to help them get through the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl, and has been a pivotal player in those Super Bowls. And Ladarius Toney last year balled in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Then he had the little hiccup of him talking crazy all over the internet, whatever. But if I'm in the Chiefs, my main target is Amari Cooper. He's only getting paid $1.2 million this year. He doesn't.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So I thought we were just strictly talking about for Devontae Adams. So if you're saying that, then for sure.
We forgot about that. He doesn't have money owed to him after this year. He's an unrestricted free agent. So, all right, if I'm the Chiefs, okay, I'll pay that $1.2 million. I'll give up. I'll give y'all a second rounder or a third rounder for Amari, whatever y'all. At this age, he's about to be 30. Like, I'll give you a third rounder for him. You know what I mean? And if we can sign him back in the offseason, cool. He ain't gonna be worth that much. He ain't gonna be worth 15, 20 million again for the next couple of years. So I think that's where they go with the $1 million salary, and they got like 4.7, 4.8 million in cap space. I think that will fit for them. And that will be my main target. But as far as Devontae, I don't think they go there because it's in division. Ain't no way they want to pay against their old player twice a year.
I don't even know if the Jets got the money.
With Patrick Mahomes, I don't think they have the money either. So I don't think Cooper goes anywhere. If he goes anywhere, I only think he goes to the Chiefs. I don't think he goes anywhere else if they do ended up trading him.
Reunion?
Reunion with who? Who are you talking about?
Cowboys.
Oh, no, that's not happening. We ain't got no bread. I don't care if it is.
Bro, we got like 24.
Yes, we do. I'm tripping. We do.
Yeah.
But I don't think Jerry makes that move. I don't know. Jerry's
so ignorant and stupid.
Exactly. So I'm not really worried. I don't think the Cowboys are in any line to get anybody.
Right.
So, and then as far as Tyreek Hill, man, like I just don't think they trade him. I mean, it's not like Tua, I think will be out for the rest of the season, and then I believe he'll be back. So you go and trade away his best receiver, and then you only got Jalen Waddle for next year.
Yeah, but I think they still have a question mark with Tua in general all around. Yeah. They gotta figure something out with him.
Right. They may have to draft a quarterback next year if that's the case.
Might as well tank it out.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
They stuck.
Right.
Definitely stuck.
Ready to go to the next topic, brother?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get it.
Mr. Willie Beeman himself.
He said Willie Beeman.
My name is Willie. Willie Beeman. Mr. Fumaruski himself, Jalen the Hitman Hurst.
Oh, the hit. That's crazy. That's really crazy.
What's up with this dude, man? So I want to know how you feel about it. Do you think that his 2022 season was his peak, and then now it's just back to the downfall, or is he just going through a rut, or is it the coordinators? Is it the coach? I feel like there's a million different excuses and reasons why this dude has been struggling. What do you think?
Haven't we seen this before?
Oh yeah, we have.
We saw it in Alabama. His freshman year, he balled out, right?
Yeah.
Then the following year, all of a sudden, he couldn't pass the ball 10 yards. He got benched for Tua, right?
Correct.
Then he had the chance to start the following year, loses his job to Tua. Came in that same year after Tua got hurt in the championship game, scored a touchdown, won in the SEC championship. Then he goes to Oklahoma, has another outlier season like his freshman year at Bama, wins the Heisman, right? Comes to the NFL. Those last 4 games of his first season didn't look good.
Right.
They finished what? Well, no, that was the Carson Wentz season. So the next year finished 9-8, correct?
Yep. Still made the playoffs. Yeah.
The playoffs, lost. So he looked mediocre again, like he's been. And then the next year they went 15-1, went to the Super Bowl. That's 3 outlier seasons. And now you back after last year, you started 10-1, and then your last 11 games, you're 3-8.
Yep.
So you back to your old ways. We've seen this before.
Right.
So, but like we both said back in the offseason when they got Kellen Moore, we know what Kellen Moore is about. We know what he does. It's a different personnel with him. Like, yes, Smitty wasn't there last week. AJ Brown hasn't been there the last 2 weeks. We get that, but even when they were there, they didn't really look right.
Right.
They starting off slow. Jalen doesn't look comfortable in the offense. You have one of the best running backs in the league. Give him the ball. And we both know when Dallas's offense was built to run the ball, they wouldn't give the ball to Zeke. That offensive line for the Eagles is built to run the ball and pass the ball. Whether Lane Johnson is there or not, they got the guys still to run the ball. Right. Spread everybody out like you do in that offense and give the ball to Saquon. He's the second leading rusher in the league. Right. Or second or third leading rusher in the league in yards, regards to yards. Give him the ball. But we know how Kellen Moore does and all that. But I don't think Jalen's just comfortable. He's got 930 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's still turning the ball over, man. You turn the ball over if you want to win games.
Yep.
So they can come up with all the excuses they want. Like you said, they got an excuse for him. I don't want to hear about the excuses this past week, even though it wasn't really on the offense. Y'all defense got to stop somebody. You ain't had no injuries on the defense.
Right.
To keep that game close, knowing that should have got the defense up and ready. Like, yo, we don't got AJ, we don't got Smitty, we don't got Lane. We gotta do our job. Especially after they was talking all crazy after they stopped the Saints offense. Y'all ain't show up against the Bucks. But as far as Jalen go, we done seen this before, man. This is who he is, and I think Eagles fans have to get used to this. He's had 3 outlier seasons. He's had 1 good season in the NFL. One season in the NFL don't make you elite. He's good. He can be good. He can be great, but he just hasn't been.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree with everything you just said. You covered a lot of what I was already going to say. I think that you said what?
Is that my fault?
No, you're good. Just add a couple things here. One, I think, well, since you already said it, the fans, I just think they're so caught up and wrapped up in the moment of that 20. Not even just the 2022 season. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. You just keep hearing it. You keep hearing it. But you lost.
Yep.
You lost. You still lost at the end of the day. And guess what? He fumbled.
Right.
Gave up a touchdown for that fumble in there. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing to add to it. Another thing is I think that they get so wrapped up where the game starts out slow, and the next thing you know, he makes a play or he runs for something. Next thing, like, oh yeah, this is why we got him. But it's like, yo, you shouldn't even be in this predicament to begin with this team.
Right.
You have so many weapons built around him.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went out and got Jahad Doxson, hyped that man up, and he hasn't done nothing. I
Right.
think another big factor into this is this year already, he has 13 sacks on him.
Mm-hmm.
The most he's had was in his 2022 season when he had 38. So if you had 13 sacks, you're already on pace to break that.
Yep.
And them sacks comes with
That's
fumbles.
over 40.
Yep. Those sacks come with fumbles, bro. So he's
Mm-hmm.
got to stop sitting in that pocket, just holding the ball. And just, I think that, I don't know. Well, we know what Kellen Moore is and what he thinks and what he does. He's a pass happy dude. He's a pass
Mm-hmm.
first, pass happy dude. He doesn't care. And it's already stuff coming around like, oh, this isn't Kellen Moore's offense. This is more so Nick's area. No,
Mm-hmm.
bro. This is what Kellen Moore does.
Kellen Moore does.
Don't be ignorant to it. We trust us from experience. This is
Right.
what he does.
Regardless of the stats and the top 5 offenses and all that, he
Mm-hmm.
gets stagnant in games.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
He doesn't call. He's not a good situational play caller.
right. And that's been called out by Kurt Warner. People remember 3 years ago or 3 to 4 years ago when he was with us and he said that Kellen Moore can draw up plays,
Mm-hmm.
but he just can't scheme them right against defenses. He can't do
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he needs to go. I think he just did. Maybe go be like a quarterback coach or something. I don't know what the case may be.
it. Right.
So just keep learning and growing. He's still young now, definitely.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Still in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, we got a 4-0 Minnesota Vikings team. Now, I want to get your opinion first. I want to see what you have to say about them boys. They're balling. They're doing what they got to do. Are they right now the best team in the NFL?
Yes. Yes, they are. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because of the teams that they're beating and how they're beating them and how they're playing. Because your other 4-0 team, the Chiefs, these dudes, they just play sloppy games and just win them. That's their MO and how they know how to play the game. And they'll probably, as long as Mahomes is in that damn game, they have a fighting chance of winning.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting down there going down it. I think they play better than Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay can be a little shaky at times. Houston has been they haven't been up to par either.
Right.
The Steelers are winning based off defenses and they haven't gone up against a top quarterback yet.
Yep.
Washington, I think the jury's still out on them while they're starting off as a hot market. Buffalo, we know their flaws. It's all about it. It's just a matter of matchups to expose those flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, their defense is shaky and suspect. This. I feel like this is the most well-rounded, well-balanced, well-coached, well-played team right now.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Listen, man, I'm with you. But you know, I gotta hit you with the stats, brother.
He pulled up the notebook. He said, "Hold on now."
Had to bring it over to make sure it's right in front. Now, listen. I know everybody talked about their defense being really, really good, coached by Brian Flores. Do you know what their defense is ranked this year in 4 games?
It's probably in the mid-20s.
Very good, sir. 23rd. 23rd. But because their pass defense is last, giving up 274 yards a game. Their run defense is second, only giving up 75 yards a game, and then they're 4th in points. So you know what that means. And they're turning the ball over.
Yeah.
They got 10 turnovers. They are fourth in turnover differential. So they are a bend but not break defense. Obviously, you can tell that being 23rd and giving up 200, almost 275 yards passing the game. Bend but don't break. Go get the ball. The longer the offense is on the field, they gonna make a mistake. All right, that's just football. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, they're playing complementary football. Sam Darnold is not turning the ball over. He's got 11 touchdowns, which is leading the league. He's got 3 interceptions, only 3 interceptions, 68% completion percentage, and he's ninth in passing yards. The offense is ranked 4th in scoring 29 points a game. They're ranked 14th in rushing, 123 a game. Passing 10, they're 10th with 217 yards a game. And then you got Aaron Jones, who's 8th in rushing, JJ, who's 5th in receiving. Listen, man, right now they might be the best team playing complementary football. Like I said, they're playing together. They got each other's back, playing good on defense, executing on offense. Not bad on special teams, but that man, Patrick Mahomes over there, got this team 4-0, right? And even though they're 2-2, I think they found their identity. People better watch out because the Ravens is coming.
Oh yeah, they're definitely coming. Yep.
The defense is playing well. They rolling with that offensive run game, which they should have been. They should be 4-0 right now if they just gave the ball to Derrick Henry the first couple games.
Yep.
They probably would have smacked the Chiefs that first game if they only gave the ball to Derrick 14 times that first game.
Right.
And then, like we said, we're trying to figure out who Washington really is, who the Lions really are. A lot of teams is up and down in that first quarter. So this second quarter of games, we're gonna figure out where the teams are. And I think the Vikings get a little bit of a test with a good defense in the Jets, but they play in London, so they got that 9:30 in the morning game.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah. Yep.
So we're gonna see how they play when they go play in London. They play the Jets and they play a good defense.
Right. Definitely. Yep. Yeah. Like I said already, not even just that. Like you can't name 2 to 3 top names on that defense or the Vikings.
No.
You can't name, like you said, the Chiefs. We know Chris Jones.
Mm-hmm.
We know Chris Jones.
Trent McDuffie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the linebacker name? I can't think of his name right now. You know him?
Gay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know players on the Ravens defense.
Mm-hmm.
We know names on the defense. You can't. You know the name I know on the Vikings defense? Stephon Gilmore, because I wanted us to sign him.
They still got Harrison as a safety back there, which I was surprised to still see him out.
Yeah, they do. But once again, like I said, they got Gilmore a week before the season started.
Right.
So they're just playing well, and there's nothing you can really say about it. And they're fake. They're beating good teams. It ain't like they're just beating bad teams. They're beating good teams.
Good teams.
They're beating good teams. They scheming up stuff.
Beating playoff teams too.
Yeah, man, they're not coming in with one. This is what Brian Flores is doing. I'm not coming in with one set of way to play every team. Like that's the problem with a lot of these coaches. They're just stuck in their way. Brian Flores is like, all right, what is your weakness? And I'm going to expose it. That's him learning from Bill and learning the right way from Bill. There's some who learn the right way. There's some who learn the wrong way.
Right.
Definitely. So yeah, definitely got them right there as that top team.
Right.
But then now we go from the top team to a messy team. The JETS, mess. That's what we got right there, bro.
I hear you, bro.
So what can you think of? What you think? Well, we already knew what was going to like. We already seen the rumblings and the Met. What's that face for?
I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. We already knew in the offseason there was a mess of problems going on with he was arguing in camp, Aaron Rodgers arguing in camp, and then now you're seeing sideline stuff and him arguing with Salah. And so we knew this was a bumpy ride going into the season. You're seeing it in the forefront now as they just lost They're right now sitting at 2-2, and they just ain't been looking up to par. So what you think of this mess?
I actually want to hear your take first, because if we go back after draft night, I'm keeping my receipts.
Keep them.
Someone said the Jets is making the playoffs, so I want to hear what you guys say before I put in my 2 cents.
Oh, for sure. And they're still going to make the playoffs because the AFC is trash.
Okay.
Because hold on. I'm gonna hold on. It's 7 get in there, right? 7 get in there. 7 get in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bills,
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore,
Mm-hmm.
Houston,
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Now who else you got? You
Did you say the
want?
You didn't say the Ravens yet,
I
did
said
you?
Baltimore. Yeah, I said Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Said Baltimore.
So what you want? Pittsburgh? You want to give it to Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh is
Boom.
going to be there.
Okay, boom. You get Pittsburgh. So who else you want? The Chargers?
They playing good ball.
Okay, then. So the next after that is you want the Raiders?
No.
No. Denver?
No.
Jacksonville?
Hell to the no.
Titans?
No.
Colts?
No.
Cincinnati?
Yes, sir.
At 1-3?
This is what they do.
No.
This is what they do, right?
Put a case of beer on it.
Say less.
All right, case of beer on it.
Say less.
Jets is making the playoffs.
Don't let Cincy beat the Ravens this week either.
They're not.
You're gonna be sick.
They're not. All right, and then like I said, so that hold on. So,
do we think after speaking on that last topic, do we think the Jets can beat the Vikings?
No.
2-3. If Cincy wins this week.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how it's going to be because it's in London. Them London games is weird. I don't even want to nope. Them London games is weird. Don't even do that. I thought you was talking about like nah.
Don't got no confidence in the team he's saying is going to make the playoffs.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, that's 1 week you're naming it on. But yeah, case of beer on it. They're making the playoffs because so like I said, if the Cincy at the 7th one, as the 7th one at 1-3. Other than that, it's Miami.
We know that ain't happening.
Patriots.
We know that for sure ain't happening.
Exactly. Nah. So that's definitely not happening. I Coronas. That's what I got for you.
Dos Equis. Thank you.
Okay. We'll see. We'll definitely see about that. They're still making the playoffs.
Okay.
Sleep if you want to.
Okay.
For sure. Now. So yeah, that I spoke my piece. Now go ahead, continue.
All right, I got you. This is all on Aaron Rodgers, and I'm gonna go back to what I've been saying for the last 5 years, that he's overrated, and I don't care who agrees or disagrees with me. I've been trying to tell y'all this man has been overrated for so many years. Even when he played for Green Bay, had all that talent on defense, had all the talent on offense, and he still could. And he won MVPs. He went 13-3 back-to-back years and still lost in the playoffs. Couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
And he's had more talented teams. He's had more talented teams with Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Donald Driver, and Greg Jennings. All of them. And you got one appearance in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
But I'm tired of people making excuses for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers laid an egg against the Broncos, and his defense only gave up how many points, bro? The score was 10-9.
Yeah.
10-9. And you had 225 yards, no touchdowns.
See, I'm gonna be honest with you though. I'm looking at them the same way I'm looking at when I talk about the Jaguars. You have 2 running backs. Why is he even throwing the ball to begin with?
Because it's Aaron Rodgers' show, bro. Aaron Rodgers' show.
It's a mess, man.
Bro, he went over there. He already had Garrett, right? He got Alan Lazard over there.
Yep, and he had Cobb too.
He had Cobb. Cobb was there last year, right?
Yeah.
And then, for damn sure, he told him to go get Mike Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You got Nathaniel Hackett a job, and he shouldn't even have a job.
Right.
He running the show, not Robert Saleh. He's
Right.
running the show, and they putting all this. All this is on Aaron Rodgers. This is why they're 2-2. You got an offensive line who can't block. They don't know your cadence, jumping off sides a lot this past week. But your defense gives up 10 points, and you can't win the game. Are you Zach Wilson? Because Zach Wilson could have did this. He did this all last year.
He would at least ran. Aaron
Right.
Rodgers too damn old to run.
Right. Come on now, man. This was the game last year that Zach Wilson, or no, that was against the Bills, that he competed with the Bills last year and they won in overtime. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. They didn't bring you here to play like this. Everybody, you wanted to go to the Jets because you said, all right, this gives me the best possibility to win. Good defense. I can ball on offense. He ain't balling. Yeah, you got 849 yards. You throw him for 212 a game, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception. In 4 games, Aaron Rodgers is supposed to have at least 12, 13 touchdowns by now.
Right.
Right or wrong?
They but a reason why I'm still going to say that they'll make the playoffs once again, like I said, because the AFC is a mess. And 2, the last time we seen Aaron Rodgers play a full season with receivers that he's not used to playing with outside of Lazard, they started out slow and then they went on a run, but then they lost to the Lions at the last game. Mm-hmm. So I think eventually they will start to figure it out. I just think he has to get out his own stubborn way, which is a hard thing for him to do because that's just what he does. Mm-hmm. But the second you realize I have 2 running backs and I don't need to be doing all this hero ball playing, and I have a defense, then you'll start to see the tide turn. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. Definitely we'll see about that.
Because we already know the Vikings ain't giving up but 75 yards this weekend. So he gonna have to throw the ball. He have to put it up there. And I think this may be the game where he passing a lot because their defense is ranked, because Vikings defense is ranked last.
Right, against the pass. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Let's get into it, man. We got a game tomorrow night, and then we got the game Sunday. What you think about that game tomorrow night? Falcons versus the Buccaneers. Falcons are at home. Who is your pick and why?
I'm taking the Bucs, and I think they're going to keep it rolling. Only because they got to bench Kirk Cousins. He's still not moving the needle. He's not moving the needle for the offensive weapons that they got. And another, like, granted, Kyle Pitts is still hurt again. Like, this dude, I don't know what's going on with him.
He's a bust.
It's been such a like an underachievement of him, but they still have enough weapons out there. I think that if you get in Michael Penix, he gets the ball out faster. I think he will get the ball out faster and make that offense roll a little bit more. The offense is a little weird. Like I said, they have the weapons, they got the pieces, but it's not enough. Their defense, I like their secondary guys. They play real tough, but I think that it's still going to be too much because Baker's been in this zone. He's getting the ball out fast. There is no down. Like they'll go off that play action, but he's getting the ball out fast. And I think being as though that Todd Bowles knows that Kirk Cousins can't move like that, he's sending in the kitchen.
Yep,
he's sending the kitchen at him.
Right. I'm with you. I think the Bucs going to win, but I think the Bucs going to win for the simple fact is the Falcons haven't played nobody with this much offensive power.
Right.
Yes, they played the Eagles, but AJ was out. They only had Saquon and Smitty. I do like the Falcons defense and who they added this offseason, who they added right before this in the preseason. I do like their defense. I do like their offensive weapons, but I might agree with you that they need to maybe it's time for Michael Penix. Yeah. But I know they ain't going to pull the plug on Kirk because of all that money they're giving him. So they're not going to give it to the rookie yet. But I'm picking the Bucs, and I think even though the Falcons is favored by a 1.5, I think the Bucs go down there and get it done, and they go to 4-1.
Definitely. Yep.
And
That's
what
we got.
games, moving on for that too, what games you looking forward to Sunday as we are about to wrap it up with these games and then our upset picks? What games you looking forward to this Sunday?
2 games. I wrote it down, but I'm still on the fence about it. I might change my Texans over Bills.
Okay. You looking forward to that game?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm still shaky about it because the Bills, like I said, they had a bad matchup against the
Mm-hmm.
Ravens because of how they play.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bills have been playing better all around
Right.
than the
And
Texans have.
like you said though earlier when we talked about the Ravens and Bills, I think the Ravens put that formula out there, play man to man.
Yeah,
Don't got
yeah,
nobody
but they don't.
man, and they
But
have Stingley and they have what's his name from he played for Ohio State, he played with the Falcons last year, got drafted by the Lions. Oh man, why am I blanking on his name?
I know who you're talking about. I forget his name
I
too.
can't remember his name. They've been even though they would play a little bit shaky the first 2 games. That it's D'Amico Ryans. He's gonna have that defense ready, man. If they need to play man to man, they gonna put pressure on on Josh Allen. So I'm with you. I'm taking the Texans too, just because they got more playmakers on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And then the other game I got the Ravens over the Bengals. Got the Ravens over the Bengals.
Gotcha.
I think they're about to start hitting their stride and go on this run. Lamar, hold the damn ball. That dumbass fumble you had. Other than that, I think with the Ravens, I still, now that they've opened up the run game, I still think they're missing stuff in the passing game because
Right.
you got 2 tight ends, bro. Mark Andrews gets no love no more.
No love.
It's crazy. They got to get that passing game going. They got to get that offense clicking on all cylinders. Once they do that, they're definitely gonna be a force. Those are my 2 games.
I got both of those games plus the Vikings Jets games that we talked about earlier. I think that the Vikings Jets game going to be a good one and see how Aaron Rodgers bounce back from this past week's game, and then see if the Vikings can go 5-0. And then along with the Ravens Cincinnati game, I do have Cincy winning that game just because they are home, and I believe these teams play each other very well. It's always a close game. It's in division. It's a close game. Bengals are home, like I said, and I think they focus more on the run game because of them not being. They only passed the ball the last 2 games 33 times.
Right.
And who are you passing to other than Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely?
Right.
They haven't passed.
That's why I said they got to open up that passing game for sure.
Right. So let's see how I love Lamar. I will never count him out, but Joe Burrow, now the Ravens. Listen, you got T. Higgins, and you got Jamar Chase. What you gonna do?
Back.
Yeah, they both back. What you gonna do with them? What you gonna do with them? I think that's another key matchup along with the Bengals stopping the run game.
Yep.
All right, last segment. So we get up out of here. Let's make this fast. You went first last week. Upset picks. You want me to go first?
Yeah. You could do
All
that.
right, my upset pick, because I think he came back too early last week. He's going to the West Coast. I'm picking the Rams over Green Bay this week.
Green Bay loses again
because they go out west playing that 4:30 game. Yeah, they get a little bit of a rest and not play at 1. But right. Even with the Rams, Matthew Stafford, man, you got both of your top 2 guys being out. You're still playing ball. You beat the Niners without your 2 best receivers. Imagine if they had their 2 best receivers, they probably would have blew the doors off of the Niners.
Right.
So I'm sticking with the Rams and Sean McVay and that magic they do out in LA. And I'm going to take them over the Green Bay Packers.
Okay. You ready for my upset?
I'm ready. If you say what I think you're gonna say again, if you
Jaguars, baby, let's go. Listen. This
is not an upset. They are a 3-point favorite.
They're 0-4.
They're a 3-point.
Don't care. They're 0-4. Don't care.
They
Let's go, Jags.
should win this game. If they lose against Joe Flacco, it's over.
Listen.
Doug Peterson might be fired on Monday.
Honestly, I low-key want that, though, because the dude, he's like I said, like I text you. What's the backup running back's name? Bigsby breaks on a 60-yard run. They got the ball on the 1-yard line. He's tired as hell. You made him run the ball twice. You have an ETN waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
Punch it in. That's game. Doug, you're so trash, bro. But I still got the Jags. Let's go, Trevor. Trevor played good. Everybody,
if they lose against the Colts, it's over with. It's over with. Listen, man, we appreciate y'all coming back again to listen. Sorry we wasn't live this time. You know what I mean? We're a little bit over an hour this time. We had a lot to discuss after this past weekend's games. So we appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, see you when I see you. Peace.